got Big Baby Jonathan in the building.
Baby, what's poppin'?
This is Big Baby Sports. We going live in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go. Lakers all day, coming hard, gonna play. Got that Mamba mentality in my brain. Leg show, stand up.
Stand up.
Leg show,
Stand up. Breaking news, it's showtime. What's good, everybody? It's your boy, Big Baby. What's poppin', everybody? It's Big Baby Jonathan in the building. What's poppin'? Welcome to Lakers post-game show featuring Big Baby. Lakers lose by 5, 115 to 110, man. That was a good fought game last night. I'm recapping the game from last night. And also, too, before we get to the highlights, I'm going to go over the stats. And we're going to implement a new two-part series called Big Baby Reacts. We're going to react to Stephen A. Smith being blasphemous about saying he's worried about the Lakers and AD after one game. And plus, we're going to talk about pretenders and contenders. It's a new segment I'm stalling. It's a Big Baby Sports. So first, let's get into the stats of yesterday's game. Like I said, Lakers lose 115 to 110. Anthony Davis made his return. 4 points, shot 2 for 10, played 17 minutes. But did get, his defensive energy was there, deflecting loose balls, picking the ball, he had 4 rebounds, 4 assists. I liked his energy, Even though he had 4 points, the shots were just not falling. They weren't falling, but they were good shots. They were good shots, man. They're really good shots, and we got people in the comments. Hey, what up, Jay? You're always in the comments, man. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate Jay. Everybody go subscribe to Jay, man. One of my biggest fans, arguably my biggest fan on my channel, Big Baby Sports Podcast. Appreciate you, Jay. You already know the vibes. You already know. Putting in that work. Yeah, like I said, AD, man, 2 for 10, 17 minutes. But those shots that AD was taking last night, they were good shots. They just weren't falling. They were just not falling. And shots, Kuzma struggled. 4 for 10, 8 points. He didn't really do a good job yesterday. I didn't like his game yesterday. You got to do better. But shout out to Andre Drummond. 14 points, 19 rebounds, 13 defensive rebounds. Liked his energy last night. 5 for 10 from the field. Just like Andre Drummond's presence in the post was amazing. He got down the low block, got that position, got the ball, went to work. He wasn't hesitating. He was hesitating to get in the low block. He was not, because I know the game a couple nights ago versus Utah, he was kind of struggling a little bit. I'm gonna keep it real. You know what I mean? He was struggling against Rudy Gobert. You know what I mean? So what he did yesterday, got in the post, went to work. I liked his energy last night. Like Drummond's energy last night. He was he was grabbing those rebounds, give me that rebound, get out of my way, put back. He wasn't grabbing it, throwing it out, but he was every time he got an offensive rebound, he would put it back up, and that's the Andre Drummond that we need to win back-to-back, and I expect us to win back-to-back. You know what I mean? Shout out to we gotta give a shout out to the Lakers, man. We fought hard yesterday. I know we lost by 5, but that's how you fight. We played good. We went up 8 in the first quarter. They called timeout. Dallas made a couple runs, but overall, shout out to the Lakers, man. They fought hard last night. I liked the energy. And I really liked the energy last night from my Lakers. I really liked the hustle, the grit, the tenacity, the grind, just overall in general. I liked what we did. I really liked what we did last night. And shout out to Dennis Schroeder. 25 points, 13 rebounds, shot 5 for 6 from free throw line, 2 for 3 from three-point line, 9 for 13 from the field. I liked his aggressiveness. I liked his hustle, his grit, bring up the ball, trying to take over, and he did. That's what he did. He took upon himself saying, okay, I had a good game, 25 points, and he was attacking the lane, attacking Luka Doncic. He was shooting that mid-range. He was leading that. He was bringing us back because we went down. Let me see here. We went down 13. We went down 13 for a minute, and we started to come back. We started to fight back. Dennis Schroeder brought us back. I liked his aggressiveness. I liked his facilitating. I liked his attacking the lane. He was bringing up the ball, telling people to set screens, and he was shooting that 3-point really well. He was shooting that mid-range really well. And this is the Dennis Schroeder that we need. 9 for 13 from the field. We need this aggressiveness from Dennis Schroeder, man. We need that aggressiveness. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody watching me on Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, and Twitch. Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to my 503 subscribers, man. Appreciate y'all 100%. I'm proud of myself. But yeah, man. Shout out to Dennis Schroeder. Like, his energy last night made me feel really happy. Last night. And shout out to Contavious Caldwell-Pope. I know I'm on Contavious Caldwell-Pope sometimes. Like, he needs to do better. But he had 29 points. Shot 9 for 17 from the field. 6 for 12 from 3. And 5 for 5 from 3. And he wasn't hesitating on those threes. He was just catching it, pulling up, wet like water. On top of the key, mid-range. He was attacking the lane, getting contact. I like KCP's energy. We need this KCP too. He's been playing really well. And you know why he's playing well? This is what you're supposed to do as a coach. Challenge your players. And that's what Frank Vogel did. He challenged Contavious Caldwell-Pope, and I love it. You have to challenge your players for order them to get better. And I love what Frank Vogel did. I loved his energy. You know what I mean? But overall, we got to get into the stats before we get on to the highlights. Lakers shot. We're going to get into the Lakers shots. They shot 49 and 43 out of 90 from the field, 47%. 10 out of 30 from the three-point line. That's 33%. 14 out of 17 from the free throw line. That's 82%, 82.4. And we had rebounds 45 to 38. I said on my podcast the day before, Lakers got to out-rebound Dallas, and they did. We had 12 offensive rebounds. They had 9. We had defensive rebounds 33 to their 29. Assists, we had 26. I said the Lakers got to do a better job in ball movement. 26 assists to their 23. I said move the ball from side to side, and that's what the Lakers did. There was possession where excellent ball movement ended up in the three-pointer, and that's why I said you got to swing that ball from all the way inside the court. That's what they did. I like what we did yesterday from the assist standpoint, moving that ball. And steals 7 to their 11. They had 11. Let me see. Yeah, steals we had 7. They had 11. Total turnovers we had 16. They had 12, but they scored 17 off our turnovers, and they had 12 turnovers. We scored 11 points. Points in the paint 52. They had 56, and we fouled a lot. We fouled 28 times. We got to do better. But let's get into Luka Doncic's stats, man. Shout out to Luka Doncic, man. I respect your game 100%. Luka, salute. You had a good game yesterday. Appreciate you. Luka, you're great at what you do, man. Future MVP in the league. Y'all, Luka Doncic's future MVP. Hey, what up, LJ? Cares what's going on? Appreciate you. Hey, share the stream on your platform, LJ. Share it in the Laker group. Yeah, man, like I said, Luka had 30 points, 9 assists, 9 rebounds. But Lakers did a good job. He had 5 turnovers. But he did shoot 9 for 21 from the field. 9 out of 11 from the free throw line and 3 for 9 from the three-point line. But we gotta give credit, dude. They did good. 30 points for Luka, 30 points for Luka, 13 points for Josh Richardson, 8 points for Tim Hardaway Jr., 11 points for Willie Cauley-Stein, and 7 points for Jalen Brunson, 7 points for JJ Redick. But it was a complete game for Dallas Mavericks. Dallas Mavericks got it was a back and forth game. At first, Luka Doncic got 2 personal fouls, and he was off struggling. But once he hit that step back 3, I think it was over. I think it was Kuzma, and I said, "Oh, here he goes," and I'm not surprising. It's not surprising. Let me see. Refs were help. Yeah, but that's not an excuse. But that's the thing. Lakers got to defend without foul. And I keep telling the Lakers they got to defend without foul. Lakers fouled too much last night, and they got to do a better job tomorrow night. It's gonna be a tough battle versus this Dallas Mavericks team. Because Dallas and the Lakers are right there. Like Lakers can fall. They're 5. They can fall to the play-in tournament, but AD is going to play more minutes tomorrow. But let's get into these highlights, Laker Nation, from last night. Let's get into these highlights. Let's get into these highlights. You got Luka. See right here, Luka Doncic bringing up the ball. Look at Shooter. Right here, AD to KCP. Right here. That's what I'm talking about. Boom. Love that 3-pointers from KCP last night. And we Dennis Schroeder was playing defense 54 feet. But Josh Richardson shot that ball. But look at this right here from Drummond. Get off me. Look at that. That's barbecue chicken. That's barbecue chicken right there. Look at Kuzma. Oh, step back jumper. See, that's what we need from Kuzma. The little step back jumpers and stuff. You know what I mean? I like that. I like that from Kuz. But right here, look at this. You gotta get back. See, turnover right there in transition. Look at KCP. Get down transition. I love it. We need to be like that every time, every game. Get out in transition. It was 14-6 right there. 8-point game, 9 minutes and 14 seconds left. And here's what Dallas made a run. Luka Doncic bring up the ball. Okay, I'm bring up the ball, set a screen, and I'm gonna throw a pass and lay it up. We and one. Did we see? Defend without fouling. We gotta do better. Defend without fouling. Jalen Brunson brings it up right here. That can't happen to Josh Richardson. That cannot happen. But I like what Shooter did. Do it to Kuzma. Kuzma said, okay, let's tie this game. Boom. Wet like water. It's kind of like a back and forth game. And I like the energy from them. The back and forthness. Shooter right here. Pass it to AD. AD says, okay. Let me pull up. Right here. Wet like water. And that's his first shot of the game. He was shaking his head because the shots that he had were good-looking shots, but it just missed. But you got to close on that. Porzingis had, what do you have? 19 points, but did get injured in the second half. Caruso right here, bring up the ball. Hey, shout out to Harold, man. He's bringing his egg in. I liked what he did. Montrezl Harrell had 14 points, 6 rebounds. Love his energy tonight. Oh, okay. THC said, okay, you guard this. Boom. THT had 5 points, 2 assists. He needs to do a better job next game. But look at this. This is what was kind of making me frustrated. The pick and roll defense. Look at that. Layup after layup. That can't happen. You got to talk. You got to talk on defense. Right there, Lakers. Come on now. It's 30-35 at the end of one. But Shooter right here. Dictating the offense. Look at that pass to Shooter or to Montrezl Harrell. I like this. The connection with Shooter and Montrezl Harrell. But look at right here, the competitiveness. But this what got Luka Doncic going right there. That 3 over Anthony Davis. He only had 2 points at the time. Shooter right here said, okay, let me drive it, pass it to Harold. This should have been an and one. But no, the refs are not going to call it, but it's all good. Look at Doncic right here. Ooh, the pick and roll defense. Alley-oop. I didn't like that pick and roll defense from Lakers last night. A lot of lobs to Luka, to Dwight Powell, to Porzingis. We got to do a better job, Laker Nation, on that. Defense, see? There was times where Luka, they kept switching, and Drummond had to guard Luka. It can't happen. It cannot happen. But right here, KCP, driving the lane. Oh, look at that. Left-handed layup. I liked his aggressiveness. It was 43-51 in the second quarter. But look, another lob. Defense got to do better. Lakers, you got to do better on defense right here. But Shooter, look at Shooter. Get into the lane. He's attacking the lane. I like when he attacks the lane like that. Right here, Luka Doncic, pick and roll. But you got to defend that, man. Come on. AD should jump right there. You got to defend that. For down 10 with a minute left. I like what Shooter did right here to Drummond. See, that should have been an and one. And one right there, but they're not going to call it. I like the high pick and roll with Drummond and Shooter right here. See, KCP, another layup. That cannot happen. Drummond, that's the other thing too. Drummond needs to start jumping on his block shots. He just puts his hands up. Start jumping. But that step back 3 over 80, that's deadly, man. Luka Doncic is really deadly with that. No cap. But the third quarter, we got it going. Shooter said, okay, I'm going to go by you. I'm taking over. Then a Shooter said, give me the ball and get out of my way. I like when Drummond brings up the ball right here. KCP said, okay, let me join the party. 3-pointer. Wet like water. 3-pointers. Let's go, baby. 62, 62, 62, 65. That should have been a foul. That was a horrible call. That should have been a foul right there on Dallas. But no, what do they do? That's the other thing. You got to get back. If you turn the ball, run back. Don't let Kuzma be by himself. Stop the ball right here, Lakers. This is the thing that we got to stop. Step back threes. You got to force him to drive. Let him pass out. You can't let him shoot those step back threes. They're deadly. But Shooter says, okay, you want to play this game? Okay, let me get into action. Shot, I think, 3 or 4 or 5 jumpers in a row. That got him going. I like the energy from, right here. He says, Cruz said, give me back the ball. Shoot that 3, wet like water. He was saying, okay, give me the ball. Give me the rock. Shooter was, okay, he's on the line. Okay, set the screen. Go underneath the screen. I'm going to shoot this mid-range right here on your face. And then see, this is the shooter that we need. We need shooters to do this for us. But stop the ball. Look at this. We got to stop the ball. Drummond could have still got that block. We gave up a lot of layups in that third quarter. But Dennis Schroeder, top of the key, wet like water. See, he was getting it going. It was a 2-point game. He's like, yep, let's go. He got his confidence, and I liked it. Back and forth game. Shooter right here, pull up mid-range. He was taking over, man, that third quarter around the 4 or 5 minute mark. KCP right here too. Oh, left-handed layup. Driving the lane. I liked it from KCP last night. I liked his aggressiveness. But of course, we're defending. Right, that's when Drummond gotta go down on the block and go double team Porzingis. That cannot happen, Laker Nation. We gotta do better on the pick and roll defense tomorrow. See, Luka Doncic is deadly, man. That he got it going, man. It's hard to stop Luka, man. The shooter right here to KCP, wide open for 3, wet like water. I liked his game last night. I really liked his game. Right here, Luka Doncic. Oh yeah, he was killing us on those moves, man. Killing us on those. Caruso. Oh, that's nice little up and under by Alex Caruso, man. I liked his aggressiveness last night. But he's passing it. He was driving and kicking. Tim Hardaway shooting 3s. He was driving and kicking. But hey, I could take that any day of the week because they're not going to be making those 3-pointers like that again. 9 times out of 10. It was a 4-point game, end of the third quarter. And this is what kind of made me frustrated. The fourth quarter was kind of frustrating. J.J. Redick took over in that fourth quarter, kind of. J.J. Redick. No, but 99-90. But here we go. That's aggressiveness I like to see from Montrezl Harrell, man. I liked it. It was 92-99. But this is what pissed me off. Do you let J.J. Redick do like a Luka Doncic move? That cannot happen, Lakers. You got to cut the lane off. Cut the lane off, man. But Lakers made a run by Shooter. Shooter once again. Mid-range. His mid-range was fire tonight. It was really fire tonight. I liked his jumper tonight. Look at that. Pass to Kuzma. Pass to Harold. Boom. That's the bomber I'm talking about. When they come over, you throw that ball, you get a wide open layup. Oh, KCP. Wet like water. But the fourth quarter, Lakers turned the ball over a lot. But there was opportunities for us to win this game. 101-105. Right here, Luka Doncic. Alex Caruso. He just put his hand up. Luka Doncic made the tiny baskets for the Dallas Mavericks. But right there, KCP misses a layup. Kuzma misses layups. And then they get a wide open, no contested layup. 4 minutes left. And even Dennis Schroeder got pissed off. He ended up fouling up. But I like the aggressiveness by Dennis Schroeder. He was trying to bring us back. He was telling his team, let's go. Getting the Lakers pumped up. I like this aggressiveness from Dennis Schroeder. Right here, Morris to KCP. KCP said, let's get back in this game. See, KCP was making timely shots, but it was just turnovers in that fourth quarter. But right here, 2 minutes left, 106-110. The ball moved for the Mavericks. They moved the ball well. Denny Smith Jr. hit that 3. Pretty much ball game right there. Laker Nation, that's it right there. That's it right there, Laker Nation. But we're going to take a quick commercial break, and once we come back from the commercial break, we're going to be talking about Stephen A. Smith, really worried about Anthony Davis after one game. But stay tuned, Laker Nation. We'll be right back.
Checking. We got Big Baby Jonathan in the building.
Baby, what's poppin'?
This is Big Baby Sports. We going live in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go. Lakers all day. Coming hard. Gonna play. Got that Mamba mentality in my brain. Leg show, stand up.
Stand up.
Leg show,
Stand up. Breaking news, it's showtime.
What's good, everybody? It's Big Baby Jonathan here. This is Lakers post-game show. We just finished talking about the Lakers versus Mavericks game. Now we're going to move into a new segment called Big Baby Reacts. We're going to be reacting to Stephen A. Smith. Right here. Let's see here. Big Baby reacts. We're reacting to Stephen A. Smith, blasphemous, worried about one game after Anthony Davis. Let's talk about it, Laker Nation. Let's get into it.
Well, I haven't jumped off the Lakers bandwagon. I've always said that if LeBron and AD are healthy, they're going to be they're going to be fine. But I must acknowledge, I ran into a couple of Lakers while I'm out here in LA, and obviously I know a lot of people within the organization, and consistently, while everybody acknowledges the health of Anthony Davis is vastly improved, they talk about being concerned about the conditioning. That's all that we're talking about here. But the flip side to it is that what I'm recognizing is this: Anthony Davis, 4 points, 4 rebounds last night, 17 minutes or so. You got to believe in LeBron James because these brothers just know how to play the two.
You're really going to say you're worried after one game? I'm not worried at all. LJ cares in the comments. Yeah, I'm not worried one bit, but it's the media and ESPN talking about that's the topic. They're not going to talk about the Lakers losing by 5. They're going to talk about Anthony Davis is struggling, 2 for 10, 4 points. Is it time to panic? It's one game. He's been off for since February 14th, February, March, April. That's 3 months. Give him time. I know there's only 14 games left in the season, Laker Nation. It's like, come on, man. Like, once Lakers are healthy, you already know Lakers are healthy. Once the Lakers are healthy, but and after this segment, we're gonna dive into after we watch this Laker Nation, we're gonna dive into segment pretenders or contenders from the NBA, West Conference, and Eastern Conference. So let's look at the comments. I see a thing from the great L Goat Sharp. Stephen A. Smith always switches up every week. Once a week, he called Kyrie the MVP. The next week, he was concerned about Kyrie. Can't stand Stephen A. Smith. Yeah, same. But at the end of the day, he has to talk about it. So let's hear what he has to say.
2 of the top 5 players on the planet, as far as I'm concerned. But I can't ignore what I'm seeing out west with the Phoenix Suns as well. They're the number 3 seed in the Western Conference. They're the top shooting 3-point shooting team in the league. And so when I look at the formidability of the Los Angeles Clippers and the way everybody's flowing, then I start saying, okay, Anthony Davis is going to have his A game, and LeBron James is going to have his A game. Are we sure they're going to have their A game? That's the question mark right now. So the sooner they get back now, the better. They've been out long enough. Obviously, I'm one of those guys that.
Are you serious? Yes, we're gonna have our A game. Stephen A. Smith, is I'm dreaming? That's how the guy quote is. I'm dreaming. Of course, we're gonna be worried or not worried. You feel me? We're not gonna be worried. I'm not worried. Like, what are you talking about? Like, for real, I'm not worried one bit because at the end of the day, if you're healthy at the right time, once come playoff, it's time to get it rolling. Stephen A. Smith, you've been switching up on us this season. You know what I mean? So it's like, come on, bro. Yes, I agree with you. Stay off the wheat, Stephen A. Come on, bro. Like, come on. And you never criticize Brooklyn, Stephen A. I'm calling you out on this one, man. Criticize Brooklyn. You feel me? Let's get back to Big Baby Reacts.
Believes that LeBron can stay out as long as he needs to with all the work that he puts in and very rarely taking time off. But I'm looking at the competition out west, and I'm not feeling as strong-willed and as strong-minded about the Lakers' chances as I was. I'm still not jumping off that wagon, but I'm starting to get just a touch nervous as to whether or not they're going to get compromised by Phoenix or the Clippers.
If you ask me who am I taking, if you ask me who I'm taking to get out of the West, the answer is the Lakers. If you ask me, am I taking them against the field or the Lakers? I'll make the Lakers the odds-on favorites. I'll take them against any one team. I'm not taking them against the field right now. And Stephen A., the reason is we don't know what AD is going to be. We saw him last night, and honestly, athletically, he looked pretty good to me. Rusty. He's rusty, conditioning, rust. I get it. But we need to know he's going to be at 100%. I don't think 80% does it in this Western Conference. Now, they caught a break in the sense that Jamal Murray's not going to be around because the Nuggets will be so live. But there are 3 other teams they're going to have to get through, most likely 2 of them, to get out of the West. And even if I like them by a little against either one of them, both together, look, the Suns, as you mentioned, this team, let's go back to the bubble. If you take out the playoffs, because even though they went 8-0 in the bubble, they didn't get to play in the playoffs, they have the best regular season record in basketball over that time. The Suns have been among the powerhouses all year this year, and they were 8-0 in the bubble. They added Chris Paul.
But I did keep it real with my co-host JT and Aaron on our podcast, Big Baby Sports, back in the day. I did say that Phoenix Suns are a team that everybody needs to watch out for. And I have it on video, and I predicted the Lakers, Suns in the West Conference Finals, and everybody thought I was crazy. Now the Suns are second in the West. So just remember, I still predicted to this Lakers, Suns, West Conference Finals, but Lakers in 5. Actually, Lakers in 6.
Paul. And more than anything, that should show up in the playoffs. They have 2 near MVP caliber players in their backcourt, a well-constructed team, and really the only reason that I wouldn't be even more bullish on the Suns is DeAndre Ayton is still a little green. So I do like the Lakers against the Suns, but I think the Suns give them a run for their money. And then the Jazz been the best team in basketball kind of all year. You know, I don't believe in them in the playoffs as much as the team I'm about to mention.
I'll agree. I'll have my thoughts about the pretenders or contenders in a little bit after this segment, after this show, after
the Nuggets last year was the first round series. Best one you're ever going to see among them. The Clippers. You mentioned it, Stephen A.
Me neither.
Clippers, they're going to need AD to be dominant against the Clippers. The Clippers have some bodies, though. Ibaka hasn't played in a minute now.
Ibaka, barbecue chicken.
Zubac stuff.
Barbecue chicken.
What are you really going to do?
Come on. AD can go buy any of them. Come on.
You got some wings. No one's going to stop LeBron. But you have as good matchups as you could possibly ask for against LeBron in both Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. And you have guys who really know how to play, like obviously Rondo and Nick Batum. And I mentioned
God, Nick Batum. I'm so scared.
Guys off the bench who can score.
I'm so scared of Nicholas Batum.
Dangerous. The Jazz are dangerous. The Suns are dangerous. The Nuggets would have been.
Oh my God, Laker Nation! I am terrified of Nicholas Batum. Oh my God. Really, Matt Killen and Nicholas Batum can guard LeBron? Really? Come on, bro. I'm dreaming. Tyler the Guy Boys.
And I like the Lakers against any one of them, Stephen A., but I can't say they're better than 50-50 to beat at least 2 of them.
LeBron James has missed 18 games this year.
Okay. Only 3
Anthony
months
Davis
of rest.
Has missed 35.
Okay.
And the rest of the teams in the conference are playing together for the most part. I mean, Kawhi is Kawhi, so he takes time off when he needs to because of the injuries he sustained years ago with San Antonio and how guarded he is about that. But you look at what's transpiring. The one thing that I will give the Lakers credit for, however, is Frank Vogel and his coaching staff. You know, Jason Kidd, Lionel Hollins, my brother Phil Handy, and others. They're doing, they're the number 2 ranked defense in the NBA.
Yeah, see, that's
with
the thing.
With LeBron having missed 18 games, with Anthony Davis having missed 35 games. So I give a lot of credit where credit is due in that regard, because obviously with those 2 out, but your defense not lagging off one bit. I think that says a lot about the coaching staff. I think that says a lot about what they're going to be defensively come playoff time. But I'm just looking at the Clippers. I'm looking at the Phoenix Suns. I'm looking at the Utah Jazz. And I'm saying Anthony Davis, he comes back. He's just rusty.
He's rusty.
As long as he's 100%, we believe in him.
Yeah, I do.
You got to remember, one of the things that I don't like, and I want to make sure I point this out.
Let's go ahead.
You know what? The Lakers can't just be big. They have to play big.
We do play big.
When I see Anthony Davis, even though he can hit those shots, I just don't want to see Anthony Davis shooting a bunch of fadeaway jump shots. I don't mind it every now and then, but he's got to be a man amongst boys.
He is going to be a man amongst boys. He's going back to his natural position at power forward. Andre Drummond's going to guard the Joker. He's going to guard the centers in the West with DeMarcus Cousins and Rudy Gobert and Derek Favors. That's Drummond's job. That's Drummond's job to guard the centers in the playoffs. AD's going to get back to his natural position at power forward and get on that low block and get to work. When AD gets on that low block, it's deadly. It's deadly. I don't care what anybody says. When Anthony Davis says, "Get out of my way," get in the post, and he gets the right position on the low block, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. So nobody's scared of Brook. Nobody's scared of the Blazers. Nobody's scared of Utah. Nobody's scared of Phoenix. Well, the Clippers, I understand. Clippers are playing the same that they've always been playing. Great regular season team, but you have to produce in the playoffs. You have to understand, sports fans out there. It doesn't matter if you have a great regular season. It does not matter. You have to produce in the You have to produce in the NBA playoffs. For me, as a Laker fan, as every Laker fan in this world, you have to persist in playoffs. I don't care if you have the number one record in the NBA, you have to win a championship. So let's get back to Stephen A. Smith's blasphemous commentary.
Come these Western Conference playoffs, he's going to have to make noise in the interior on both ends of the floor. Shooting fall away jump shots from 17 feet away ain't cutting it. I'm just telling you that right now. I don't give a damn how great he is. In this year's playoffs, that's not going to get it done. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope shooting better than 42% from threes. Hit about 6 threes last night, if I remember correctly, 6 of 12 from three-point range, had 29 points.
You already know the vibes, Jay.
Game. What he did in the finals, he's going to need to do again. And Anthony Davis is going to have to play big on both ends of the floor as well in order for the Lakers to be what we expect them to be.
When AD was last seen on a court in the playoffs, he was the best big in the game. He was proving it again. He was proving it again. We'll see if that's still the case because other bigs have come up in the world, notably Embiid on a game-for-game basis. May not have to see him, but he may. If Brooklyn's not healthy in the finals, or Giannis.
Well, I'm not worried about that because by the time the finals come, you will have played 3 rounds.
Right.
I'm worried about those first 2 rounds.
One of them
I'm worried about the
first
2 rounds.
One of them could be against Jokic, but at any rate,
first round.
AD is going to have to be dominant. We agree on that.
Thankful.
There you have it, Laker Nation. There you have it. What do you guys think? I totally just before we get into NBA pretenders and contenders, man. Like Stephen A. Smith, man. Like I understand what you're trying to say, but I'm not worried one bit. Like you're worried. Like you're worried after one game. Now if it happens 4 or 5 games down the stretch, then I'll be worried. But I'm not worried one bit, man. And Phil Handy did post on his Instagram, LeBron coming soon, loading. So he's coming back very soon, man. You know, we got some comments here. Lakers are not afraid of any team while other teams are afraid in Lakers' face. Yeah, most definitely. You know, most definitely. 100%, man. But we're going to get into a new segment on Big Baby Sports, 2 brand new segments. We did the Big Baby Reacts. Now we're going to do NBA contenders or pretenders. To start off by the Western Conference, 1 through 8. Do I think they're a contender or pretender? Let's see here. Let's see. Starting off with the Western Conference Finals, Western Conference Playoffs, Western Conference seeding. Number 1, Jazz, 44-15. Do I think they're a pretender or contender? I feel like they're a pretender. To keep it 100 on Big Baby Sports. I know they're having a good season, 44-15. They're talking about Donovan Mitchell playing at the highest level, Rudy Gobert, Jordan Clarkson, Derek Favors, Joe Ingles, Bogdan Bogdanovic. They got talent, Quinn Snyder's a good coach, preach tough defense, but here's the thing. A couple years ago, the Atlanta Hawks had number 1 record in the NBA. They were praising them. Oh, could they be a championship contender team with the Josh Smiths of the world, the Jamal Crawfords, Zaza Pachulia back in the day, 5 years ago, when they had to battle LeBron and stuff, So it's like, I don't think Utah is a contender. I feel like they're a pretender because once the playoffs start, everything slows down and everything, because the Utah team hasn't been in the playoff situation. They haven't been winning. Like they haven't had a winning season. Like they have winning season. But what I'm trying to say is, NBA fans out there listening to me on Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, and Twitch, they haven't had any adversity this season. I know Donovan Mitchell's injured. I understand that they have Donovan Mitchell, Rudy Gobert, 6 man of the year, Jordan Clarkson, but they haven't got real tested yet. And I agree with Jay 100%. He's always keeping it real too on the comments. Most teams in playoffs are going to fall. Yeah, most definitely. You know what I mean? So I said that the Utah Jazz are pretenders. So I feel like 1 through 8, if the playoffs started today, they would match up with watching 1 through 8. They play the Grizzlies in the first round. They play the Grizzlies in the first round, and I feel like Grizzlies will probably lose 4-1, 4-2, and then the next round get bounced up. But let me see. Oh, you're watching from Dubai? Oh, wow. Thank you so much. Salute to you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you 100%. What up, Lakers all day? Dope. If you just joined, we're just doing a new segment called Pretenders or Contenders. And number 2 in the West, the Phoenix Suns. Do I think they're a pretender or contender? I already said it from the start this season, man. I say they're going to get to the West Conference Finals, so they're a contender to get to the West Conference Finals. You know what I mean? They have Devin Booker, hasn't been to the playoffs. Chris Paul, good veteran leader. They had DeAndre Ayton, Miles Bridges, Jay Crowder, Monty Williams is a good veteran coach. Preaches that tough grit, no quit attitude. But I just feel like they're a contender. They're a contender to get to the West Conference Finals, but not to the NBA Finals because they're going to get knocked off by my Los Angeles Lakers in 5 in the West Conference Finals. But I feel like Phoenix can't, like, let's say they can, if somehow the Lakers lose in the playoffs and they get bounced out early, they can't face Phoenix. I have Phoenix, to be honest. If Lakers don't win the championship, they get bounced out early. They're not going to, but if the NBA, anything happens, I got Phoenix going to the NBA Finals if the Lakers lose. I got the Lakers going to the finals, but if Lakers get bounced out early in the first round, it won't happen, though, but it's the NBA. Anything can happen. I got Phoenix going to the NBA Finals. You hear it here first on Big Baby Sports. They will get to the finals if the Lakers don't get to the finals. Like, as far as if Lakers play, lose in the second round, and then the other team gets past the Lakers and the Clippers and Suns in the West Conference Finals, I got the Suns getting to the finals if the Lakers get beat. But they're not going to be. That's just the hypothetical comment right there. So don't twist the words like ESPN. Just don't be like ESPN, everybody. But, yeah, man, I got the Suns being contenders to get to the West Conference Finals. But if there's a possibility they could get to the finals, it's the NBA. Anything can happen. Number 3, the LA Clippers. They're pretenders, man. They're pretenders. They will always be pretenders, man. The Clippers are 43-19, man. To keep it real, they're having a great regular season. They have Rajon Rondo. They're 11-3 with Rajon Rondo in the lineup. I know the ESPN and Skip Bayless is raving about the Clippers. Hello, Dame? Yeah. You have a chance to play Clippers in the first round? All right, cool. They've been talking mess. Okay, for sure. All right, you going to get Dame time going in the playoffs against the Clippers? All right, cool. Yep. And everybody's talking about, it's like I got the Clippers being pretenders like they always be pretenders. I know Paul George is having a great regular season. I know Kawhi is having a great regular season. I know all these Clipper players are having a great regular season, but you have to turn up in the playoffs. If Paul George comes out here and stinks up the joint once again, they're going to be the Clippers of all. They're just continue to be the Clippers. I don't care what anybody says. It's a new year, new team, new regime. You say that every year, Clipper fans. You say that every year. It's like, come on, man. It's like they're pretenders, man. They're pretenders. They'll always be pretenders. Here's the thing. A couple years ago when they had Lob City, when they keep it real, they were beating us, making us look silly with the lob and them talking mess. What did they do in the playoffs? Gave up a 3-1 series lead versus the Houston Rockets. They had Chris Paul, DeAndre Jordan, Blake Griffin, Jamal Crawford. They had that team that when they had was the championship contending team according to the media, and look what happened. They lost. So the Clippers are pretenders. I don't care what anybody says, in my personal opinion, and Big Baby Baby's opinion, man. Because I see time and time again the media getting excited about the Clippers, and a lot of people say the Clippers are a tough matchup for the Lakers. Is I dreaming? What? No, I'm not scared of the Clippers. Really, we're the number 5 seed. If we fall to that 6th seed, oh my God, that would be like a nation. Just imagine we fall to the 6th seed and we knock out the Clippers in the first round. You know how legendary that'd be to knock out the Clippers. Yeah, but come on, man. I want to see that happen. But I appreciate everybody watching me live here on my podcast tonight. I love the energy everybody's bringing in the comments, man. Keep bringing the comments. Subscribe to my channel, man. Keep subscribing to my channel. But if the Lakers matched up with the Clippers in the first round, the Lakers are sending the Clippers home in 4. More like 5, 6. But if the Lakers upset the Clippers in the first round, you're going to see me turned up that you never seen me turned up before on Big Baby Sports. I'm telling you right now, you're going to see Big Baby turned up because I can't stand Clipper fans. They think they're this. Oh, we won. They haven't won bleep. They have not won bleep. Like, for real, Clipper fans need to stop talking. They need to stop talking. Have the Clippers ever won one of these? Like, for real. Have the Clippers ever won a championship? Have they ever got the chance to hold one of those? No, they do not. So I don't why Clipper fans think they're all putting their chest out like they won something. No, you did. Sit your ass down, Clipper fans. Sit down. And Patrick Beverly keep talking. All you do is talk. Like Westbrook is right. All you do is talk, no bite. You know, like, and I know they say they're shooting the highest field goal percentage in NBA history. Okay, if you're shooting that, then win one of these, then, bro. I don't care. You have to win one of these to talk to Big Baby Jonathan. You can't. I don't care. Like, regular season doesn't mean anything to me. You know, we all about these right here at Big Baby Sports Podcast, and the Laker Nation's all about championship rings, bro. We don't care about that. You know, we don't care about we have a 44-15 record. Oh, we don't care about the 40. We don't care about that record. We don't care about the record. We get in the playoffs and win championships. You know, we don't play that around here. We win championships. We don't celebrate banners, second round exits. You know, Clipper fans celebrate that. They're excited about making the playoffs. They're excited. Make the playoffs. Oh, we've made the playoffs. At least we had a good season. Not at Lakerland. Hell no. If we don't win a championship, it's complete failure. I'm keeping it all the way real. I'm keeping it real on my channel. I don't care. I'm keeping it all the way real. You know, I know. Let me drink some water. I just keep it all the way real, man. If we don't win a championship this season, it's complete failure. And the time we didn't win it in 2008, that was complete failure too. The time we didn't win in 2004 is complete failure. And 2004, 2008 still gets to me. Still gets to me, bruh. We should have won in 2004. We should have won in 2008. We should have at least 19 or 20 championships right now. But it's okay. We have 17. We're going to get 18 this year and pass Boston. But let's get into the Denver Nuggets, man. 38-20. Do I think they're pretenders or contenders? They're pretenders. You know, they're pretenders, man. To me, I feel like if Jamal Murray didn't get injured, they would be contenders, but they're pretenders to me because Jamal Murray is injured, and I know the Joker is playing at the highest level. I feel like he's playing at the highest level. You know, I feel like he's the MVP. Him and Joel Embiid and LeBron. It's going to be a tough decision, but hey, what up, my boy Dan, the Laker fan? What's going on, bro? Hey, man, appreciate you. Always in the comments. Hey, everybody go follow my boy Dan, the Laker fan. He keeps it all the way real, man. He made a diss track on Clipper Darrell and Marcellus Wiley, man. You know, that was funny. You know, everybody go subscribe to my boy Dan, the Laker fan, man. But yeah, I got Denver being pretenders, man, because I still feel like they're going to get bounced in the first round. Because here's the thing, we're 4-5, we're 4. We can play Nuggets in the first round. And I'm okay with that. You know, I know they got Aaron Gordon. They got Joker. They got a group of guys to compete at the highest level, but I'm not scared of nobody in the West Conference. I'm not. I'm really not. You know what I mean? So it's like, bring on people, bro. I'm not scared. I want the smoke, you know? And everybody keeps talking like we're not going to win an NBA championship. You know, if Anthony, let me see. The Nuggets, talented team, love their game. The Joker's talented. Will Barton's talented. Everybody's talented on the Denver Nuggets. Mike Malone preaches defense, hustle, and doesn't give up no leads. None of that. He preaches fight until the end. But if it's a 7-game series, Lakers and Nuggets, the media obviously really going to say that the Nuggets can beat the Lakers in a 7-game series. They're probably going to try to say they have a chance. Oh, who's going to guard the Joker? You got Drummond. You got AD. You got both ADs to guard the Joker. Switch. You know, you even got Marc Gasol to throw. Big body. You know, here's the other thing, too, I'll mention when I get to the Lakers. I got something to say. Yeah, man, it just feels like that the Nuggets are pretenders. And they're going to lose in the first round if we play them. Because the Nuggets could play either us in the first round or the Trailblazers or the Mavericks. Now let's get into my Los Angeles Lakers. Do I think they're pretenders or contenders? We're contenders. We've been contenders since last season, since we won the NBA championship. We've been contenders all year long, man. You know, it's like, come on, bro. It's like, was that even a trick question? You know, it's like, we're contenders. You know, once AD gets back healthy, once LeBron gets back fully healthy, we have I think 13 games left. 13 games left. You know, that'll be 4 games for LeBron to come back to ramp up. It's okay. He'll get ramped up in the playoffs. He'll get ramped up. That's all that matters. You know, LeBron James, man, is when he's healthy, his ankle's gonna be good. It'll be good. You know, and we're riding high. We're I think number 2 seed at the time when LeBron got injured, man. We're riding high. We're clicking, but hey, everything else for 11 games. Thank you, LJ, for correcting. Appreciate you, LJ. 11 games left. Appreciate you in the comments. Thank you for correcting me. Thank you, LJ. 11 games left. And once LeBron gets back, AD, once we have LeBron back, Anthony Davis highest level 100%, Drummond, Kuzma, Montrezl, KCP. You know, when we have THT, shout out to Dan Laker fan, man. He's been preaching about THT from the get-go, and I'm going to keep it real on my channel like I always do. Dan Laker fan, I'm keep it real. You always know I do. I wanted to trade THT for Kyle Lowry, and let me tell you why. As veteran, champion, being veteran leadership, now I see why they did it. I see why the Lakers didn't want to trade THT. So I understand that now. I understand it, and I'm wrong on that one. You know, I'm wrong on that one about the trade for Kyle Lowry. I wanted to do it. But Lakers said, we see value. We see big potential. We ain't getting traded for Kyle Lowry. And I was wrong. We sometimes make those, okay, let's make this trade, and it doesn't pan out. My bad. Sometimes we're not always right. I got to keep it real. I was wrong on that one. THC proved me wrong this season. You know, shout out to THC for proving me wrong. I appreciate you, THC. He's been balling out this season. You've been balling out, you know. And yep. And Dennis Schroeder, yep. They've been balling out, man. They've been turning up. And here's the thing. Shout out to Frank Vogel for challenging Kentavious Caldwell, challenging Dennis Schroeder, man. Dennis Schroeder playing like this with KCP, with LeBron coming back, Andre Drummond playing top level. Andre Drummond grabbed 19 rebounds last night. I love his energy, love his hustle, his grit. You know, if that all implements with LeBron coming back, I'm telling you right now, LeBron's going to make Ben McLemore look like Ray Allen out there with the passing ability, get him in spots. LeBron already knows where Ben McLemore is going to be, you know. So I like it. I like where we're going, and I'm not worried. And here's the thing. I'm not worried one bit. I know, Steve, I did my Big Baby Reacts. I don't know if you saw it, Dan Laker fan. I have a new segment called Big Baby Reacts. So I'm going to start implementing Big Baby Reacts on my channel and Pretenders or Contenders every show. You know, or what players are going to be, you know, down the line. But, yeah, man, once AD and LeBron get back, and we have Marc Gasol throw bodies at the Joker. You know, we got bodies to throw at him. You know, we got Marc Gasol, Andre Drummond, Anthony Davis. We got bodies to throw at him. We got bodies to throw at the people in the West. And everybody's talking about the Clippers. Really, the Clippers, the Blazers, the Jazz. I'm not scared of none of those teams. I'm not. Because the Lakers went through a lot last season in 2020. You feel me? So I'm not worried one bit. Anybody in West Conference, I know. Oh, you guys can't look. I'm not looking at. I'm not looking past competition, because like Jay said in the comments, any team that once it gets to the playoffs, they fold, and I agree with Jay. The teams that are expected to challenge the Lakers always fold. The Lakers just say, okay, get to the finals, win championships. Now let's move on to 6, the Damian Lillard and the Portland Trailblazers. Do I think the Pretenders or Contenders? Pretenders or Contenders? I say they're Pretenders, because I know Dame Dollar. Dame Dollar's talented, loves games. CJ McCollum, you know, they got a group of Trevor Ariza, group of young guys, be at highest level. The coach over there in Portland, Terry Stotts, very talented coach. But I feel like they're Pretenders. But if they play the Los Angeles Clippers, they can beat the Clippers in the first round. You know, because Damian Lillard wants to get revenge on Paul George for talking this season. Patrick Beverley. I just want that to happen. I want Lakers to stay at 5 or go up to 4, you know, go up to 4 and Blazers stay. Actually, let me ask you this, Laker Nation. Who do you guys want to see knock off the Clippers? Lakers or Blazers? We potentially could play the Clippers in the first round, you know? And actually, you know what? I want the Lakers to play the Clippers in the first round and beat them, you know? So it's like, come on, man. Like, if the Blazers matched up with the Clippers, I would want to, like, if the Blazers matched up with the Clippers, I could see Damian Lillard shooting threes. Patrick Beverley's going to be talking, because a couple of years ago, Patrick Beverley, no, it was Dennis Schroeder talking mess. Paul George talking mess after one game. They stayed poised, and that's when Damian hit that shot and went, goodbye, and went Dame time. You know, and Paul George talking about that's the luckiest shot. Oh, it was a bad shot. No, it was good. Good shot. It was contested, too. He said, what like what? But, yeah, man, it's tough. You know what? I want to play the Clippers in the first round. I want all that smoke, Clippers. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. I'm not scared. Let's bring it. You know? I got the Blazers being Pretenders, man. Dallas Mavericks, Pretenders or Contenders. This is a team that could be hot in playoffs, but they're right there for that 6 seed 2 to play the Clippers. Dallas Mavericks. Luka Doncic. If was balling out in the bubble. If it wasn't for Porzingis being ejected, the Clippers would have been bounced out in the first round. So it's interesting to see how the 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 matchup, like the last couple 11 games left. It's gonna be interesting to see. It's really gonna be interesting to see, man. And the 8 seed pretenders, they're not gonna beat the Jazz. It's the NBA, but they're gonna beat the Jazz. John Morant's playing at the highest level. Joseph Vucevic is injured. They got guys out the lineup. They're fighting for that in the playoffs down the line. And the Spurs too are fighting. I think they're playoff pretenders. I feel like they're not. They're gonna miss the play-in tournament along with the Kings and the Warriors. So it's gonna be this playoff format right here. Jazz at 1, facing the Grizzlies at number 1 and 8. It's gonna be Suns, Mavericks first round, Clippers, Blazers first round, and Lakers, Nuggets first round. It's gonna be interesting to see how that unfolds. We already know the vibes. We're gonna win this ring. But let's move on to the Eastern Conference. Pretenders or contenders? The Brooklyn Nets at 40-20. I think the pretenders are contenders. They're contenders. You gotta keep it real. They got James Harden, but he's out indefinitely with the injury. Kevin Durant's out with the injury. They've been holding the fort without Kevin Durant and James Harden. Kyrie's doing his thing. Joe Harris is doing his thing. Blake Griffin's doing his thing. Steve Nash is doing his thing over there coaching, but they have to have a healthy team to win NBA, to compete for a championship. They're contenders, but they got to have the Kevin Durant, James Harden's, Kyrie's fully healthy. They haven't really played that much games together, so we're gonna see what happens with Brooklyn. And Charlotte can play Brooklyn in the first round. Yeah, you already know the vibes, Jay. No fans got. Yeah, you already know the vibes. They got no excuses. You already know the vibes. And the Nets. Excuse me. The Nets. Talented team. They got a group of young guys. They're a team that can get out of the East, but I feel like there's teams that can challenge the Brooklyn Nets. But at number 2, Philadelphia 76ers at 39-20. Brooklyn was at 2 as of entering the day. Now they're at number 1. So Philly's at 2, 39-20. I think the pretenders are contenders. I feel like Philly is a contender because they got Ben Simmons playing at the highest level this season. His defense is playing really good. Joel Embiid is playing high at this level too, dominating the ball, averaging 30 points, 10 rebounds. They're playing at the highest level this season. They got Dwight Howard. They got, let me see here. They got a great group of young talent. Oh, you already know the vibes. Dan, the Laker fan, appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you tuning in, man. Everybody go subscribe to my boy Dan, the Laker fan, man. He has great content. He keeps it real, and he's gonna make a Laker theme song when we win the championship again and feature Big Baby on it, baby. But yeah, man, I got Philly being a contender, man, to get to the Eastern Conference Finals. To be honest, man, if you ask me what's the conference finals in the East, I say Philly, Brooklyn. But we're gonna see how the other half of the playoffs fold out down the line. So I got Philly being a contender because of Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons, Dwight Howard being up there, Danny Green. They got talented veterans that bring veteran leadership. Doc Rivers, a veteran leader coach. He's preaching tough defense. He left the Clippers and coaching better with the Sixers. So I got the 76ers being a contender. And as for Milwaukee Bucks, pretenders. We see this time and time again. They got Giannis Antetokounmpo and Drew Holiday and Diva and Vincenza, Brooke Lopez. And we see it time and time again. All you have to do in the playoffs when you play the Bucks, trap the lane, let them go one-on-one. So I got the Bucks being a pretender. And hey, we gotta give credit where credit is due. Shout out to the New York Knicks, man. Shout out to the New York Knicks, man. They're having a good season, 33-27. Shout out to former Laker Julius Randle, man. He's bringing that New Jersey Nets team to the 4th spot. They're at the 7th spot. Now they're on an 8-game winning streak. So it's like they're playing highest level. RJ Barrett, Julius Randle, Alfred Payton. Tom Thibodeau's preaching defense. They got Norman Noel. If they play the Hawks in the first round, I think the Nets can beat the Hawks. Not the Nets, the New York Knicks. Correction, sorry about that. The Knicks can beat the Hawks in the 7-game series because Julius Randle's playing at the highest level. He's been playing at a most improved player level. You know what I mean? So Randle's doing his thing, man. Shout out to the Knicks. Shout out to Randle, man, former Laker. And shout out to Tom Thibodeau, potential coach of the year candidate. And the Hawks are pretenders. You know, Trae Young doesn't have help over there. He doesn't. He needs to ask for help or get out of Atlanta, go to a big market. I feel like they're going to get bounced in the first round. They're going to get swept, and they got to rebuild. As far as the Boston Celtics, they're pretenders. You know, Jaylen Brown's playing at the highest level. Jason Tatum, you know, Kemba Walker, all of them playing at the highest level. You know, they have a good coach over there in Boston, you know, Brad Stevens, but they're pretenders. And as far as the Miami Heat, man, I know they're the 7th spot. They can get to that 5 seed or even the 3rd seed because the Miami Heat are 31-29, and the Celtics are 32-28. The Hawks are 33-27. So the 7, 6, 5, 4. All it's gonna be a tough from 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. It's gonna be up and down switching, and it's gonna be all crazy. You know what I mean? But to be honest, I said Miami has the pieces to challenge Brooklyn. You know, they got Victor Oladipo, they got Victor Oladipo, Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson, and Eric Spoelstra preaches that never give up attitude, that championship never give up attitude. So I expect Miami to get from 7 to at least 5. You know, because for whatever reason, it's always Knicks and Miami Heat every other year in the playoffs. Once in the blue moon, it's Knicks and Heat in the playoffs. So that'd be kind of cool, Knicks and Heat. It's a little bit of a rivalry back in the day, you know. So we're gonna see what happens there. And at the 8th spot, Hornets, pretenders, are gonna bounce out in the first round. But if Brooklyn is struggling to into the playoffs, if they're lobbying into the playoffs, limping in the playoffs, I feel like the Hornets can give Brooklyn at least 2 games. LaMelo Ball's playing at the highest level. Bridges playing the highest level. You know, Gordon Hayward is still injured. He's going to come back. You know, they got a group of young guys over there in the Hornets, man. LaMelo Ball is very talented. He's Rookie of the Year. You know what I mean? So I got the Hornets getting swept. But what do you guys think in the comments? Do you guys think Brooklyn are pretenders or contenders? Let me know what you think in the comments after this video, y'all. But yeah, man, that's going to do it for Big Baby Sports podcast / Lakers Live post-game show with Big Baby Jonathan. Those 2 new segments I implemented are going to be a better thing around here. So thank you, everybody, from the comments, Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, and Twitch. Shout out to Jay. Shout out to LJ. Shout out to Dylan. Shout out to everybody in the comments. Shout out to Dan, Laker fan. Shout out to everybody, man. But until then, Laker Nation, it was a great show. Looking forward to more great shows. And shout out to everybody, man. Peace out. Go Lakers, baby. We out here. Stand up, Laker Nation. We on the way, baby.
Checking. We got Big Baby Jonathan in the building.
Baby, what's poppin'?
This is Big Baby Sports. We going live in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go Lakers all day. Coming hard, gonna play. Got that Mamba mentality in my brain. Leg show, stand up.